Made it to Berlin, just dropped my stuff at the hostel, can't check in for a while, so I'm gonna go explore Berlin.
And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin.
My time in Berlin has come to an end, and I'm moving on to Hamburg now. I've cooked in some pretty shitty kitchens on my travels, but I think this one takes the cake. Yeah, this is the extent of the cutlery. I've got one pot, but I mean, you have to do what you have to do, you know? It's actually great. Like, there's no seasoning or anything. It's just mince, onion, salad, and cheese. It's awesome. Top notch.
We stand by the fire.
I pay 40 euros a night to put my own bedding on. The more you pay, the less they do for you. Seriously. What am I paying 40 euros for? When you pay 10 euros, you get free towels, everything's done. It's ridiculous.
Your tiny hand in mine. You're 5 feet off the ground. You rest on my shoulder.
I think these cows are this artist's signature because they're in all of them. And I'm like, oh, look, another cow. And it happens to be by him again.
In this moment, forever be, forever be.
I forgot that one of the women from the Maldives lives in Hamburg, and I feel so bad because she reached out to me when I'd already been in Hamburg for 2 days, and she was like, oh, I didn't realize you were in Hamburg, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, forgot to message. And it was Sunday and I was leaving Tuesday, and I was like, oh, she's probably working Monday, I can't believe that I don't get to meet up with her. But call it fate, she works the weekends and she has Monday, Tuesday off. So we agreed to meet up Monday and we're gonna spend the whole afternoon together. She's gonna show me around the city. And then she surprised me with this amazing, unique experience. She used to work at this very famous building in Hamburg. No, I don't know how to say the name. It's basically the Hamburg Sydney Opera House, right? And she used to work in the building, and she reached out to an old colleague that she hadn't spoken to in over a year and asked if he could give us a tour. He took us up to the rooftop, which is something you can't do in the general tours, and he took us into the opera house while they were setting up, and we saw some people practicing. It was just amazing, and it was last minute, and she just made my experience in the city so special. I'm so thankful how it all worked out, because I was upset with myself for a minute over forgetting to reach out to her.
In this moment, forever be, forever be.
Perhaps this wasn't the smartest idea. I am very soaked. At least my big bag has a rain jacket, but my little bag, it's gonna take a while to dry. It's definitely different to when I was here before. The sun is gone. It really probably wasn't the wisest decision to walk, but I'm most of the way there now. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. Snake! That was awesome.
Another rainy afternoon. I don't know
Ready?
what I'm to do. I just miss you more than anything.
had an interesting time getting to my friend's house in the rain. I cannot express to you how wet I was. Every layer I was wearing was soaked. But I made it to a friend of a friend who lives in Amsterdam. I've been staying with her and her kids. But today I'm going to the Anne Frank house and then I'm going to walk around the city centre a bit.
I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon.
I love walking through a city you've been to once before because you just like stumble across the street. Ah, I sat right there in the middle of summer and now I'm back in the pouring rain. There's still a storm outside. There's been a storm here the whole time I've been in Amsterdam. And when I walked here a few days ago, my diary got wet and the ink on the pages decided to erase half of my written words. I spent an entire morning rewriting the edges that had all been faded. It's one of my most prized possessions I have on this trip, like my journal and my hard drive with all my photos and videos on it. They're like, if I lost them, they can't be replaced. Everything else, it'd be sad, it'd be annoying, it might be expensive, but it doesn't matter. But those two, and I was so stupid, I let it get wet. Anyway, I've had a crazy turn of events. Today, I go to my friend's house in Frankfurt, and I actually have one of my best friends from high school coming to stay there as well. So she's in Europe, and we were trying to work out if we could meet up, but then she didn't have anywhere to stay for this weekend. My other friend kindly offered to host us both, and so last minute, but really cool, and I'm going to go stay with them. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon.